U.S. officials say drone strikes have killed two senior ISIS leaders. This was a separate operation from the helicopter raid that was carried out near the Syria-Turkey border Wednesday night. U.S. officials say the suspect targeted in that raid was known for the smuggling of weapons and fighters used to support ISIS operations. Two of the suspects' associates were also detained by U.S. forces. No U.S. officials or civilians were hurt during the raid. For more, I'm joined by Matthew Levitt. He is the director for the Reinhard Counterterrorism Program at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy. He is also a former FBI analyst and Deputy Assistant Secretary for Intelligence and Analysis at the U.S. Department of the Treasury. Thank you very much for joining us. So, what can you tell us about these latest drone strikes in Syria?
Thanks for having me, Elaine. The most important thing is that they happened. Two strikes within 2 days in Syria, one of them in regime-controlled territory in an area very close to a Russian military base, a space that, as you said, has long been known as a smuggling area. This individual, Rakan Wahid al-Shami, was long known to be a human smuggler of fighters and weapons, but this is an area that was used by the predecessor of ISIS, al-Qaeda in Iraq, with the participation of the Syrian regime at the time, ferrying fighters into Iraq at the time. Now it's still being used to ferry fighters for ISIS into the region.
So Wednesday's raid was the first time special forces have killed a top ISIS leader in Assad-controlled territory since 2008. What's the significance of this killing?
First of all, this shows that U.S. forces are still there and able to carry out these missions. It shows that we're able to collect this type of intelligence, and it's almost certain that the intelligence that has led to both of these raids came from the U.S.-supported efforts in the Al-Hol IDP, internally displaced persons camp, in August and September. Over 24 days or so, 300 people or so were arrested. A lot of intelligence was collected. And it suggests that there might be more such raids in the days to come to deal with a threat that persists even today from the Islamist State.
So, in fact, the Pentagon press secretary said Thursday that they will conduct operations where they need to if there is a threat against U.S. personnel. So what was the specific threat here?
We don't know what the specific threat was to U.S. personnel, but it's enough for it to have been people of this caliber. In the airstrike that we just learned about, reportedly one of the people who was killed was the deputy emir, the deputy chief for ISIS in Syria, along with another senior ISIS leader. The person who was killed in the helicopter raid was a very senior smuggler, someone who's moving people from Turkey into Syria, people and weapons both. These are the types of people who keep ISIS capable as a terrorist threat today. There are U.S. forces on the ground in Syria still, battling ISIS, and it's important to be able to target senior ISIS personnel when we get the intelligence about their whereabouts.
Is it clear at this point what the future of this terrorist organization is moving forward?
This is an organization that has faced significant battlefield defeat, but it still exists on the internet. It is a virtual organization. It still recruits and radicalizes people. And on the ground in Syria and in Iraq in particular, it still poses a very credible threat. And if the U.S. were not there to fight ISIS, it would grow in power because the Syrian regime, let's be clear, is not against ISIS. The Syrian regime played a significant role in the birth and the growth of ISIS.
An ideology and an organization that persists. Matthew Levitt. Matthew, thanks very much for sharing your insight with us.
Thank you, Elaine.